secure the tower. Faerie core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
How we doing, chat? We doing good today? Oh shit, I just saw the messages. I'm doing pretty good, man. Pretty good, Mr. Tyler, no name. Just, kind of been studying a lot, dealing with a lot of, you know, mental stuff and stuff in my, my real life that I got going on. For those of you who don't know, I decided to finally bite the bullet and start studying for a CompTIA ITF Plus course. And if you don't know what that is pretty much the bare bones, basic, bare minimum, like the course that you would give your grandma on how like computers work and what a file system is and all that jazz. I'm writing down some notes and getting ready to take the exam whenever I am finally ready to take the exam. But I wanted to get that knocked out. I'm thinking of taking a Linux Plus course so that way I can get that certification. That'd be pretty nice. But yeah, that's what I've been doing these last couple of weeks. 2 weekends ago, my parents had gone out to Las Vegas, and I had a friend or two come over, and they're not really that comfortable with being on stream, so I just decided that I was gonna hang out with them, not really stream, put that on hold. And then last weekend I was just not in a good mental state at all. Stream was totally gonna be low energy, very sad vibes, and I just didn't want to bring that to the stream. I didn't want to bring that to you guys. I wanted to have a nice chill gaming session. But you know, we're feeling better this weekend, so we're gonna dive right back into Neopets right where we left off last. Give me just a few minutes. I'm gonna finish setting some things up, go to the bathroom, and we'll get right to rolling. See y'all in a few minutes. Alright, what's up, guys? How we doing? How we doing today? I've just pretty much been chilling and studying. Like my grandmother died. She had a couple of notebooks that were left over, and one of them had like one or two pages scribbled, but the rest of it was empty. I think it was used for like one of those Clue murder mystery games or something. But I took a few pages out to make a table of contents, and I've got like all these freaking notes that I've been taking the last few days of like all the most basic stuff, like telling me where the video course is, how many modules there are, how many units are in each module, like talking about differences between desktops and workstations and phones, Internet of Things devices, gaming consoles. It goes into all the different aspects of an operating system, file explorer, the Windows control panel, the task manager, going into command line interfaces, memory and storage management, the whole 9 yards, how to convert binary to decimals and decimals to binary, freeware versus software, or freeware versus open source versus paid software, different cooling methods of computers, different input devices, different ways to interact with the computer. I've just been writing down shit. So much shit. My brain is tired. It does not think that I've been doing enough studying. I've been seeing in the last couple of weeks that like Jay's 2 Cents has been talking more and more about gaming on Linux, his experience with it. He had a video that he came out with where he was talking about his experience with Bazite, and I watched Gardner Byron, I think is his name. I watched Gardner's video on Gardner's reaction to Jay's video, and talking about the different things that like he was getting right, some things that he got wrong and that he might have missed. And all it did was just confirm to me that Linux is still going to be this confusing enigma for a lot of people. A lot of people, they either just stick to Windows or Mac, and they don't want to try to move over because then they would have to relearn how to do a whole bunch of things that they already know how to do efficiently on their systems. And while, like, yeah, you can kind of get the basics of like Windows and Mac OS because they're so common and everywhere, when you try to step into the nuances of Linux, that's where a lot of people start to hesitate and be like, whoa, what the hell is this? I don't understand it, and I don't want to understand it. And part of what makes it so hard is that Linux is not really just one operating system, because there are obviously so many distros out there, but they all have very unique ways of doing things. Like, for instance, installing applications. You have like the Discover Store or the Snap Store from the Ubuntu side of things. But for a lot of stuff, like trying to build from source, it can be a pain in the ass for a lot of people, and if they can figure it out, they may just decide, I don't want to have to do this in order to install a program where I can just click download, click an exe, and then click install, and I'm done. I totally get that. And there's also like having to learn how to use a command line. So many people are like, I don't want to use a command line. And to be fair, I only use the command line to do very special things. I don't really use it all too much. If I want to update my system, I can do it through GUI easily. Where am I going with this? I mean, Linux is getting better and better for gaming. A lot more games are becoming compatible with things like Proton. But then you start to run into a couple of problems. One is mod support. Just trying to get some mods to run and work is going to be either a hassle or a completely impossible feat for right now, because a lot of it is dependent on Windows stuff. And some of it is just not implemented into Wine or Proton yet for some of the newer stuff. Sometimes mods and their code are just not big enough for, I guess, Proton developers to really take notice. I could be wrong on that. I really don't know how it works. You can tell I'm spitballing out my ass here, but I mean, there's definitely several issues when it comes to modding your games that people run into. So far, I haven't had much trouble with modding my games. I use Vortex and Nexus mods for like Fallout mods and stuff like that, and that seems to run pretty well with Lutris and everything. It just works. I haven't really had any problems. I know that there were some people that were having problems with, like, they were trying to work with mods and stuff that work on Windows using compatibility layers. And like, they would load an exe file on Wine and run it, and it would work, sort of. It would place all the files and everything correctly, but the mod just would not load, would not work whatsoever. And so what some of these people had to do was like load up an entire Windows instance with their drive that their game is on attached, run the exe through Windows to properly patch the game for the mod, and then the mod worked on Windows, and then they would restart and go back into Linux and it would just work. So it's little dumb things like that that really turn people off to gaming in Linux, and they would just rather stick to Windows gaming. And I get it. The other major problem is anti-cheat. I really don't think we're gonna get Linux approved anti-cheat until we get probably more than like 15% of user market dominance over Windows and Mac. Because right now, as far as like home domestic PCs, Windows dominates. It blows everything out the water. But Linux is coming up though. I think it has finally surpassed more than 1%. I am pretty excited to see that. See something. That is it, yes. Awesome. I found some stems from a song project that a homie gave me a while ago that I thought I lost, but no, I still have them. I'm pretty happy about it. HOI 4? Hearts of Iron. Oh. That's what you're playing. You're playing Hearts of Iron. Nice. Hoping it's just a chill stream tonight, boys. Yes. Hearts of Iron, it's a World War II game, yeah. Yeah, that shit, I'm gonna have to get into that. look into it. I mean, I guess, and other things to talk about for the next few minutes. I'm hoping to finally get my home lab setup going. Start getting my computers and my servers all into a rack and properly organized. And right now, I have my gaming PC. Then I have my nephew's gaming PC. And I also have a NAS, a network attached storage computer. And currently the NAS is it's sitting in an old PC case that I've had for years, but it doesn't have any hard drive mounts, and the hard drives are just sitting on the bottom of the case. Heard about Tectone being swatted? Yeah, dude, I did see that video of Tectone being swatted. That's fucked. There's no confirmation, but there is speculation on who it is. I was reading his chat and everybody agrees on who the person is. All I'm gonna say is that their name is related to a type of pence. It's fucked up, dude. Like, if you've got to be such a scummy human being that you have to swat someone and threaten their lives and the lives of their pets and the people around them, like, yeah, you're definitely a scumbag. You're a pretty bad human, in my opinion, if you do that. And the thing is like, I don't even agree with, like, Tectone calling her the names that he calls her. At least I don't think he should say it out loud. But he does. He's very unapologetic about it and doesn't give a shit. And I mean, to a degree, he does have a point. She does sell pictures of herself for a sexual gratifying service. So while he's not technically wrong, it's still not right for him to say that out loud like that. No. I'm not gonna sit here and defend him calling her that, but I will sit here and defend him from her slander and her outright lies that she's been saying, because it's pretty messed up. I've been through something like that. It's horrible. I just have to make sure my ears heard that correctly. But yeah, they added his name to a stream house list they have since all this stuff started. Yeah, I watched the video. Yeah, he's talked to the police department local to him. He's got his old house whitelisted, and he's got his new house that he's moving into whitelisted as well. Yeah, Tectone's the fucking G. Much love and much support to him. We don't support people who, use swatting and CPS as a tactic against people they don't like. We don't support that crap here. But yeah, anyways, my NAS, it's sitting in my old PC case that I've had for years, and it doesn't have any hard drive mounts, so my hard drives are just sitting at the bottom of the case. So I'm hoping relatively soon that maybe if I get a job or come into some money that I can start buying a rack, start buying cases for rack mount cases for all the PCs, and a future one that I am building with the spare parts I have laying around. And I'm gonna have it all solidified in one place. I'm gonna put all my consoles there too, so that way it's all in one area. All my networking, my computers, my game consoles, it's all in just one big giant tower rack. And I have a lot more room for stuff in my room, which would be nice for me. I'll have a lot more confidence to start doing a lot more computer related stuff, like building web servers and, you know, just doing more nerdy stuff on stream with you guys other than just playing games. Because as much as I do like games, I do want to dive into a more nitty gritty, deeper side of computing that I don't know about. I'm not, you know, Mudahar. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm an engineer. But, you know, the way I like to put it is the average Joe that just uses computers to watch YouTube, maybe write a Word document here or there, maybe play one or two video games. I am far smarter than that average Joe who uses a computer like that. But if you put me next to somebody like Brody Robertson or Gardner Bryant or any of these Linux people or people who are in the home server world and like IT and network infrastructure, like Network Chuck, if you put me next to those guys, I am absolutely freaking dumb. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. I know just enough to get me into trouble with computers, and maybe enough to get myself out. But I definitely want to dive deeper into stuff. That's kind of why I'm taking those courses, and why I'm taking that bottom of the barrel, like bare minimum CompTIA course about computers. Because who knows, there may be something in there that I don't know that I just learn about. I haven't so far. I've gone through like, holy shit, how many modules are in this one? Like 5, and I'm on module 4 right now. I finished module 3 today. And so far, everything that's been in the ITF Plus course has been everything that I have learned from experience and just muscle memory at this point. And I'm hoping with the rack I'll be more confident to, for one, get my Dell server that I have sitting in the corner over there up and running, which will give me an extra PC to do more stuff with. Maybe I can host a fun little web server with you guys and build it on stream. I haven't put any kind of server or anything like that online in a long time. Last time was like, I was trying to host a Minecraft or a Rust server like 6 or 7 years ago. And I was just not that smart and couldn't manage to do it that well. I would get them online, but then like I would fail to understand one or two things, and then it would go offline, and then I would have to try to figure out why I could connect and why somebody else couldn't connect. Things for the future. I'm hoping to get that done. Let's go for a couple-minute break. I gotta go pee, and then we'll get right into Neopets. Be right back. Alright. See if my controller wants to go up. Probably not. Alright, let's pause this music.
There are legends that dwell within the hidden places of Neopets.
I was
Some
right.
want the light, but others. Others are of the darkest kind.
Damn. Don't tell me I gotta. I would hate to have to restart stream. I might have to restart stream, guys. Let's see what the hell is going on. Yep, I gotta restart stream. Well, damn. I will be right back. Sorry, guys. See you soon.